As planets transit, if you want to understand Trump, the trick is to focus on the three key areas of his chart. The first would be the area which gives us a T-square, red circles, Neptune, Mercury, Eris. I have called these the Access Hollywood degrees because it turns out back in 2016 in October, when Mars was transiting through the early degrees of Capricorn, it triggered this T-square and corresponded with a pretty big scandal. And then the black circle, we can call those the coronavirus degrees. And that's because earlier this year, they were massively triggered by the triple conjunction of planets in Capricorn opposing those degrees. And finally, we have his full moon degrees, which are in the 21, 22, 23 range of Gemini Sagittarius, although by 18 degrees Uranus gets triggered. So in that range, you get dynamic, challenging energy. So basically, when planets transit through mutable, meaning Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces, or Virgo, in the degrees starting around 17, 18, and all the way to 23, 24, even 25, he's going to get triggered, and typically not in a good way. And we know that at the moment, Neptune is parked square that area, which is why he's moving toward a potential summer solstice debacle. But we also know that when planets transit in the cardinal quadruplicity, so where you get Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, and Libra, be it earlier to trigger the Access Hollywood T, somewhere between 5 and 10, or in the later degrees where Saturn and Venus are, so between 23 and 26, 27, he's going to get triggered there as well. So for Trump, Memorial Day and Tuesday, the day after, feature Venus is still around where Uranus is in his chart. It's retrograding backward in this direction. It has been heavily activating the full moon degrees during the last week as it went stationary retrograde, but it's still in the orb of Uranus. So this is going to tune him into his rebellious, erratic, unpredictable, and basically very annoying way of doing things. And so that's one factor contributing to extra agitation during Memorial Day 2020 and the day after. And then we have the moon that, as it turns out, early in the morning, Eastern Time, Memorial Day, is triggering the Access Hollywood T-square in his chart, which is probably his most vulnerable alignment. And so he probably had a rough night, full of all kinds of paranoia and combative thoughts. And so it certainly doesn't start off the day very well. This continues until the late afternoon, Eastern Time. And then as we move into tomorrow, it will eventually trigger these coronavirus degrees, which are no easier for him, given that there's a lot of pressure coming from the other end. So, bottom line, Memorial Day and the day after Memorial Day 2020 are not good days for the Orange Menace.